good morning, and good afternoon, depending on where you are regionally. A very, very warm welcome to the Ditch Plastic Conference. You know, how I very much wish we were all here in person. There's nothing better than speaking to a conference, you know, in a big room with great, wonderful, smiling faces. But we are where we are today. So first and foremost, a very warm welcome to the conference. Well, my university, the Montfort University, we're very proud to be leading this Global Challenges Research Fund project, which brings together more than 300 stakeholders across the spectrum of government, industry, civil society, and higher education sectors in more than 10 African countries. Ditch Plastic is just one example of the many high-impact transdisciplinary projects led by DMU researchers. And this type of exemplar project in particular is in line with our university ethos to drive innovation and cutting-edge research that challenges conventional thinking and generates new knowledge, ultimately with real and lasting impact on people's lives and well-being. Now, today we know plastic pollution has had a huge impact on the shores and across the cities of the African continent. And there have been numerous TV programs, newsreels that have highlighted this impact. I see this personally when I travel home to Nigeria, either going to my hometown or going to visit my sister, my brother, and driving across the country in Nigeria. And I look at the local rivers, and I see the stain of plastic everywhere. In rivers where when I was growing up as a young boy, you know, going to play with my cousins in some of the local rivers. Now it's a complete eyesore. So I personally have seen this myself, and I'm sure as have most of the delegates who are here today. And according to the United Nations, approximately 4.5 million tons of plastics are found in oceans and seas off the coast of Africa every year. So that's 4.5 million tons every year, ultimately with severe consequences for aquatic life, the environment, and livelihood. And as Muyiwa and Seun have already alluded to, one way of addressing this challenge is the circular economy, really tipped as a viable solution to tackling the menace of plastic pollution. Hopefully, we're creating new actors on the landscape who can harness opportunities to reuse, recycle, redesign, remanufacture, reduce, and recover plastics. Now, this conference absolutely is driving a very important and timely conversation about the role of digital innovation to accelerate the transition to a circular plastic economy in Africa. Hopefully, the outcomes from this project can be the game changer that turns the huge challenge into big opportunities for value creation, a cleaner environment, and inclusive and sustainable development. Speaking of sustainable development, there are a lot of opportunities or outcomes from this project that align to the SDG goals. I will just specifically mention one. Earlier on, I spoke about my own personal experience about the visible plastics in local rivers in Nigeria. That's just on the surface. What's the impact beneath the surface? And this absolutely ties in with global SDG 14, life below water. So the promotion of the circular plastic economy will not only contribute to removal and reduction of plastic waste, but ultimately influence mankind's ability for continuous survival by ensuring that the aquatic life is also secure. So speakers at this conference and the network itself, you know, has embraced a co-creation model that brings you, the participants, into the forefront of a collective agenda to generate new ideas to tackle the plastic problem. So I strongly encourage you, please, to take full advantage of the question and answer sessions, as well as a dedicated co-creation lab to come up with new ideas along with the invited speakers. I thank you for your involvement and dedication with such an important project that aims to address a huge societal challenge today, particularly in Africa. Every day you spend on this project takes us a step closer to saving the coastal lines and livelihoods of thousands of people in our Africa. I most sincerely wish you the very best with this project, and I look forward to hearing about the fantastic outcomes over time. Once again, a very warm welcome from me. Thank you.